Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. It's Gord, your hurting hippie, and I've been a day away. So I'm going to do my best to explain everything. I am in my own head. I think the best thing to do is show you right away. For the third day in a row, I'm waking up to minus 16 with wind chill. Today it's minus 20. It's going to a high at minus 10. Yesterday, the high was minus 16. So we're on the warm incline, and by tomorrow, maybe zero. Therein lays the rub. My head, my fog, my migraine. It is exponential the last few days. Today, I woke up feeling okay, and then my jaw started to hurt. It's just one of those fibromyalgia cycling through me like crazy. And my routine is off the rails. What do I mean? Oh, and also stay tuned. There's a neat little new part at the end of it. I want your feedback, please. So look at the channels below. I don't think we'll have a lot of different chapters or whatever they want to call it. Cheers, my friends. And YouTube is part of my issues. I want to interrupt because I forgot. I even had it written down on that paper. See how the head's messed up? I forgot. Special shout out, y'all, to Sick Mick and his dog Barack. Barack is sick. Y'all shout out to help Cookie, and I think it helped. So shout out to help Barack, and let's hope Barack is well. Peace. I'm going to be using the community channel more. I do ask that you all comment on my posts if you can. If you see my posts, comment, say howdy. The reason being is there is a glitch in the matrix. There is a way to increase circulation, even if Google doesn't want you to, by increasing the number of posts you do. Posts get more interaction because of the votes. So I may put out a lot of votes, and some of you seem to enjoy doing it. So that's it for my YouTube talk. This is a real potpourri today, and just to show you how I'm in my own head, as I tend to say, I had to write everything that I wanted to say today because I know I'm going to mess it up. So pitter patter, have a coffee, get at her. First things first. Today, what's going on today? Today, in a couple of hours, there's no sense waiting for it to warm up because it's not really going to. I am heading to Luke's. For those who don't know, that's where my post office box is, Luke's Drug Mart. And I'm going there because I do know that Angie has told me she left me a letter. Now, I won't do an unboxing for a letter, and we'll see what's in it if I share it at all. Might just be something private, but very nice to receive anything from any of y'all. And just a reminder below, if you want to send the hippie something, if you want the hippie to show something on here or wear something that you want to see me wear, whatever you want to do, the P.O. box is below. And as you've guessed, my Pasha is here. It's not my week with him, but he is here. He started yesterday. He's got today, tomorrow's a day off of school, and Saturday, maybe near the night, he goes back home to his mom. That, of course, I love having him here. It just messes with the brain because now I'm in child here mode. Do you know what I mean? And I was prepared for a week without. I'm happy to have him here, and he makes my day very, very full. Also, link right here, live Sunday night. I changed it from 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. because Pasha isn't here. Normally on Sundays, my live show has to be 6 or later because young Pasha is here till 5. But this Sunday he won't be here at all, so I thought I'd do it at 5. By moving an hour earlier, maybe we can get a little more Europeans joining in. I talked with Logia about it. The Friday morning show is very good for our Australian and European friends, and the Sunday night show is really good for us North American folk. So I like to do the best of both worlds. In my YouTube woes, I tend to forget that I already have the audience I need. I don't need to grow. I just need to keep you all. So don't go anywhere. And come to my live show. And also, starting tomorrow, my young man Gordy has got a new job. Yes, the Bay Optical had laid him off, but had not called him back, and the whole month of 21 had gone by. He didn't get 1 hour of work. But this other optical place not only wanted him, but wanted to pay him a few bucks an hour or more. So, Gordy starts tomorrow. I am very happy for him, and good on him to keep plugging away, looking like his older sister said. Good on him in this very competitive marketplace for jobs during a pandemic to not only find a job, but he went to the interview yesterday and they hired him at the interview. There's a good job. And what do I hope to do with my day? I really hope to just relax and watch a lot more space news. There is supposed to be a SpaceX prototype flight today, the second flight of the prototype of the Starship. If I can, I'll put a link right there. And I find that just so intriguing, and it's so nice to see space become a race again. It was a race in the 60s and the 70s when I was young, and it was exciting. And we're back to that. And my son, if he ever grabs on and starts enjoying this, might get the feelings I used to get when I was young. Space exploration. It's cool. That's a catch-up, folks. That is my week in a nutshell, and what's coming is the weekend. And be prepared. I hope to do a video tomorrow morning as well. I don't know what it'll consist of. As I said, I am out of sorts, so to speak. So I'm going to play it by ear, and I hope you do too. And maybe now it's time for what?
You know what really grinds my gears?
You know what grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is people trying to shut down the oil and coal and gas industries in North America too early. Now, I want to say to y'all, this is somewhere where I know what I'm talking about. I have a degree in transportation logistics, Canadian Institute of Traffic and Transportation. I took 5 years. There is so much misinformation about what a pipeline means. This shutdown, this is nonpartisan, my friends. The shutdown of the Keystone Pipeline is hurting 70,000 American jobs, if not more, and many, many tens of thousands of jobs here in Canada. And for what? You got to remember that a pipeline is the safest, most efficient, and most economically friendly method of transporting oil. It makes no sense except for a plea to those who care, and maybe someone's getting something in the pocket from the windmill industry or the solar industry, but those industries aren't ready. They're growing, they're not ready. Only China is really big in that, and that is not a good way to go. But we still use oil all across this North America and across this world. But buying it from overseas creates all the problems that we've seen. We've had 4 years with no war. That's been beautiful. No Middle East war. In fact, peace breaking out there. But if we have to start finding oil again, I don't want to get deep into that, but I want to teach you all something about oil that you may not know. First of all, for the next 10, 20 years, while the new renewable industries grow, we're still using oil. Just the shutdown of Keystone Pipeline has caused a large increase in the cost of gas. Why? Because look at the next two slides. The cost per barrel of transporting by truck, $20 a barrel. The cost by rail, $10 to $15. Now remember, those costs are always passed on to you. The cost to move the same amount of oil through a pipeline, a barrel, $5. From $20 by truck down to $5 by pipeline. It's efficient. Also, safety. Second image. Truck and the second image is one pipe equals 10 rail and 36 trucks, or 7,000 barrels. It's about efficiency, but I want to take you another step further. Where do all the rail lines go? Every rail line across North America goes through major cities and goes through most small cities. The idea of the railway was always to be near the population. Whenever you got near a population, the rail turned to that population, or populations grew around the railway. So if you transport something by rail, it's going through a city. If it derails, your environmental disaster includes people. And it is ugly. A train derailment is ugly. Trucks travel on the highways around thousands of other vehicles through cities. And if they dump over, you have an environmental problem as well as just think of all the extra carbon emissions of thousands of trucks all of a sudden taken to the road because there is no pipeline to transport the oil. A pipeline, differently, is designed to stay away from populations. It's designed to stay away from populated areas. It travels through the mountains and through the creeks and through the subdivisions. And then somebody would say, yeah, well, then the environmental disaster may not hit people, but it's going to hit our animals and our beautiful countryside. And to a degree, I would say yes. But what you don't know about pipelines, my younger daughter, who is mid-30s, she's now a manager at TransCanada Pipelines, but she was a dispatcher on the pipeline. And they have such intricate, wonderful systems that even if there's a spill, they can shut off. From one end to the other end of where the spill is, they can contain it. Yes, it'll affect the local population just a little bit, but they can catch it quickly. They know when there's a leak. They shut things down. They send crews. They fix it. They get it going again. Environmentally, yes, if we had zero need for oil, shut off all the pipelines. But we're going to have a need for oil for at least the rest of this century, if not further. So why not build what's required to move it safely? And finally, the idea that somebody who spent 20 years working pipelines can lose their job and just walk over to the windmill store and say, hey, hire me, I'm an ex-pipeline person, and start again on, as they say, better paying, cleaner jobs? No, you got 70,000 people out of work. Maybe 5,000 or 6,000 might get picked up by these industries as they start to grow. Friends, you got what grinds my gears, and I may build up on this. That, my friends, is up to you. Peace and cheers, love and harmony. Thank you for being a part of my show.